Hi everyone, this is Jane here from Crystal Sparkles Readings. I'm just here to pop down a little card for today for us and a card for the weekend. So I'm just going to have a little shuffle and we will put down a couple of tarot cards, one for today into tomorrow, one for tomorrow into Sunday, and then I'll put down an oracle card to go with them. Okay, so let's have a look and see what we've got. So I had one that has actually jumped out of the deck onto the floor, and we'll use that as our very first card. So this is the Emperor card. So the Emperor is really strong energy, so it's kind of powerful, determined. If you think about an emperor, they are all powerful, aren't they? They have, you know, endless people and things at their disposal. They're very strong. They've got to where they wanted to get to. They've really reached the top of the pile. It's a kind of real success, good energy and strength, real determination not to be put off of your course. Always comes up when I'm looking at the Emperor. The Emperor is always also the card that talks about Aries energy. So it's very, again, really determined, really strong, really powerful, really dynamic. I want to move forward with this card. So it's talking about that. It's really a very, very powerful card. Now, in the Faulkner deck, the Emperor is, as you can see, it's very business like. So you've got your guy going off to work, presumably at a big bank or a, you know, sort of trading company or something like that. That's how it always comes across to me. So it often comes up in connection with business and connection with money and connection with all of those things. This particular card, the Faulkner deck, also has a little secret in it. And I don't always notice it, but when I do, it's always significant. And that is the horseshoe mark on the road. I'll show you a bit closer up. So you can see there's a horseshoe mark on the road. Now, you know, horseshoes are traditionally lucky. When this card comes up, and I notice it generally is saying to me about luck. Someone's fortunes changing, being very lucky, being in the right place at the right time. So in terms of that, when I noticed it, it's a really good sign, and it was jumping out at me today. So you could expect to be quite lucky today. You know, you might just bump into that right person at that right time, and everything's hunky-dory. So it's a really, really positive card, the Emperor. A lot of strength, a lot of power, a lot of determination, a lot of getting what you want. Very, very positive. So that's our card for today, Friday, going into Saturday. And our card for kind of end of Saturday going into Sunday is the lovely Knight of Cups. Now, Knight of Cups is very different to the Emperor. It's a very different energy. First of all, we've got that Cups energy, which is really gentle. This is a really romantic card. It's got a lovely air of romance about it. You know, you can see the guy arriving with his flowers, and it's a bit like the milk tray man, you know, he comes with his flowers and his chocolates and all of that stuff. So it's a really, really lovely, positive, romantic, gentle card for Sunday. Now, Sunday in the UK may be different in the States, or if you're somewhere else in the world. For us in the UK, Sunday is Mother's Day. So quite often on Mother's Day, we are bringing a nice gesture to our mum. And that is often flowers. Doesn't always have to be, but often it is. So it's a very, very appropriate day card for that particular day. Very gentle, very loving. Doesn't always have to be about romance. It usually is with the Knight of Cups, but it can come, you know, come forward when we're talking about just a lovely, gentle, loving gesture, which is what quite a lot of people will be doing on Sunday. So those are our two tarot cards for the weekend, and I'm just going to have a little shuffle of the oracle cards and pop one of those down as well. Let's have a little look. So, oh, upside down. There we go. Just on that upside down idea, I don't work with reversed cards. Now, some people do. In fact, a lot of people do. I kind of don't. And the reason I don't is because when the tarot was originally designed, it wasn't designed to be read that way, as far as I know. From what I've read and what I've studied to do with tarot, the reversed cards thing came in much later, so it wasn't part of the original plan. Not that there's anything wrong with changing things up. If you want to change things up, that's all fine. If you want to read reverse cards, you know, off you go. It's fine. But I don't. Because I kind of also believe that there's enough cards in the deck to describe all of the different scenarios and the shadow side that often is highlighted by upside down cards, or reverse cards as they call them. So I think there's enough cards in the deck to do that anyway. That's just my personal opinion. If you guys want to read upside down reverse cards, feel free. I do sometimes with Colette Baron Reid's cards, her oracle cards, have a look at what her reversed meaning is. She has a slightly different way of looking at things. Her oracle cards are slightly different. It's not tarot, so it's oracle. So, you know, that's a whole different ball game anyway. So sometimes if I do pick out a reverse card of hers, I'll have a look at the reverse meaning because she has a slightly different take on it. Worth having a look at her page if you want to understand a little bit more about her view on stuff. She's very good. She's very interesting, and the stuff she writes about our oracle cards is really interesting. So I'll try and put a link up when I put my YouTube video up to her YouTube channel, so you can have a look at that, because what she says about all of that kind of thing is quite interesting. So in terms of that, I don't really do the whole reverse card thing. I do look at hers occasionally, and if it makes sense to me, then I'm happy to take it on board. I do work with the shadow, but I work with it in a slightly different way. I have cards that I use for shadow. I've got some Gothic cards that I use to look at shadow energy. So I work it, but in a slightly different way. Anyway, we've deviated off from where we are. The card that I have for the oracle for this weekend is strategy. So strategy does exactly what it says on the tin, really. Have a plan, have a strategy. What is really jumping out to me is journal log. Okay, so writing things down. I would say that this is more, to me, it's more connected with the Emperor. Okay, the Emperor is someone who gets what they want, does what they want to do, achieves what they want to achieve. In order to achieve what you want to achieve, you have to have this strategy, okay? So I think what the cards are saying to us is that there is an energy of you having a mission, having a plan, having somewhere to get to, being determined in order to get there, having a strategy and having a plan. I'm really drawn to the key, being of something that you can unlock, if you can unlock a pathway. I almost feel like these two cards are standing out from this. It's almost like this is your strategy and your stuff that needs to be done on Friday and Saturday. Sunday, it's time to have a rest and focus on your mum. On your kind of mum, or, you know, other people around you that you love. It doesn't just have to be your mum. Often, you know, a lot of people might well have lost their mum. So it might be a day where you just want to take a little bit of time out and kind of remember her and think about, you know, think about what she gave you. And, you know, some people had lots of problems with their mums. They might not want to remember, but, you know, find something that is peaceful and relaxing for Sunday. That Knight of Cups is asking you to be gentle. It's a gentle card. So I'll leave all of that with you today. We've got quite a lot going on there. It's quite busy in terms of the cards. I'll leave all that with you. Have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy your Mother's Day. And I will be back again on Monday with another card for the day. Bye for now.